Picture this. You're out hiking through a beautiful, remote landscape. You turn a corner, and suddenly your stomach drops. Blocking your path is a 300-pound, hyper-lethal apex predator. Every single human instinct in your brain is absolutely screaming at you to panic. But what do you actually do? Would you know how to survive? Or are you just, well, easy prey? Welcome to today's Explainer. I am seriously so excited to guide you through this because today we are breaking down the ultimate life or death practical survival tactics for facing down some of the most terrifying creatures on the entire planet. We're stripping away all the Hollywood myths and looking directly at the real strategies that could literally save your life when you find yourself face to face with a wild animal. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our survival menu for today. 1. Surviving the Komodo dragon. 2. Facing down a lion. 3. Outsmarting a shark. And 4. Escaping a tiger attack. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Surviving the Komodo dragon, the 300-pound venomous lizard. Now, you might be thinking a 300-pound reptile is going to be pretty slow and sluggish, right? Well, let's instantly shut that down. These guys are heavily armored, highly aggressive powerhouses. A Komodo dragon can hit speeds up to 21 kilometers per hour. That is incredibly fast, especially for a creature of that sheer size. So if you thought you could just casually jog away from one of these predators, you are dangerously mistaken. So how do we actually evade them? Here's the playbook. Step 1, keep your distance and stay perfectly calm. They really do not appreciate visitors in their personal space. Step 2, conceal the scent of blood. They literally have a sense of smell like bloodhounds. Our source material actually makes a pretty dark joke here, saying if you're bleeding or if you're a woman on your period, that's basically your cue to start writing your will. Step 3, if it does attack, run in a zigzag pattern. They really struggle with sharp turns, so a straight line sprint just makes you an easy target. And step 4, climb some stairs or get up into a house on stilts. Large dragons just can't handle stairs. But whatever you do not climb a tree. The younger dragons are actually expert climbers. And let me explain exactly why you absolutely cannot afford to take a single bite and just hope to walk it off. Komodo venom is a total nightmare. It's a toxic bite that actively prevents your blood from clotting. We're talking continuous bleeding, rapidly increasing weakness, shock, and severe infections. So if you get bitten, running away might not even work because the dragon is just going to slowly stalk you as you progressively weaken. If the worst happens and you are grabbed, you have to fight back. Grab a rock, a stick, literally whatever is nearby, and aim for these absolute last resort combat weak spots. Go for the eyes, the nostrils, and right inside the mouth. A solid hit to these highly sensitive areas might just be enough to force the dragon to release you. And if you do get free, don't waste a single second. Get to safety immediately before other dragons pick up the scent of your blood. Moving on to number 2, facing down a lion, the 190-kilogram pride hunter. Keep in mind, you're dealing with an incredibly powerful animal here that usually hunts with friends. If you spot one, particularly a female, since they do most of the hunting, you should definitely assume there are more nearby. And this brings us to the rule of contrasts. Your human instinct is going to scream at you to panic and run away as fast as you can. But the reality of survival is the exact opposite. You have to stop, stand tall, and assess their body language. Panicking triggers their chase instinct, and running makes you look exactly like prey. You've got to fight every natural urge in your body and just stand your ground. Here is the precise choreography of a lion standoff. Step 1, assess that body language. Are they relaxed or staring intently? If it's pacing, it's time for step 2. Make yourself look massive. Stand tall, raise your arms, spread your jacket wide open to literally double your size. Step 3, yell, clap, make a ton of noise. You want to show this lion that you are way more trouble than you're worth. And step 4, never turn your back, just back up very, very slowly. Lions will actually do mock charges quite often. They'll sprint right at you just to test your nerve. You must hold your ground. But what if it isn't a mock charge? What if it actually pounces? Well, you've got to fight back aggressively. The weak spots here are the face, the eyes, and the muzzle. Use literally anything you have to show you aren't going down easy. Grab sticks, use your backpack as a shield. Honestly, the source material even suggests swinging a hairdryer if you somehow happen to have one on you. Just be fierce enough to make it rethink its dinner plans and retreat. All right, into the water for number 3, outsmarting a shark, the deep water scent detector. So, rule number one of the ocean is pretty straightforward. Just don't swim in high-risk zones. We're talking harbor entrances, deep drop-offs, and murky waters, especially at dawn, dusk, or night when visibility is super low. But if you do find yourself sharing the water with one, things get very technical. And this brilliantly illustrates the life-saving do's and the deadly don'ts. Using smooth movements actually calms the shark down. Keeping eye contact actively deters an ambush, but look at those fatal mistakes. If you panic and splosh around, you're basically sending out a massive dinner invite. And if you urinate in the water, sharks are super scent detectors, so those fluids are going to attract them from miles and miles away. So the crucial point is this psychological tactic right here. Keep steady eye contact. Sharks are classic ambush predators. They love sneaking up to attack from behind. If you just lock eyes and stare it down, you can actually really shake its confidence. And while you're holding that unbroken eye contact, try to position yourself against something solid, like a reef or a boat, so it can't circle behind you. Then just slowly back away. If backing away doesn't work and the shark comes in hot, it's go time. The source actually jokes a bit here, saying you should punch, kick, hit, or even tickle the shark, literally whatever it takes. But practically speaking, you need to focus all your aquatic combat on the eyes, the gills, and especially the nose. A shark's nose is absolutely loaded with delicate sensory organs, so a really solid strike right there can totally overload its senses and send it packing. Just remember to keep your guard up because they definitely like to circle back. Finally, number 4, escaping a tiger attack, the ultimate ambush predator. When you're out in the dense jungle, stealth is literally everything. Any sudden noise is like ringing a giant dinner bell for a tiger. And remember, even an older or injured tiger is fully capable of doing catastrophic damage. Now, what's really interesting here is looking at the harsh reality of animal athletics compared to us humans. A lion can hit 80 kilometers per hour, and a tiger can sprint at 64 kilometers per hour. So the visual proof is right in front of us. Outrunning either of these big cats is biologically impossible for a human being. If a tiger gives you a warning charge, do not run. You're not going to win that race. Stand your ground. So if running is off the table, what do? Well, you really need to understand the difference between crouching to hide versus standing tall and looking big. Never, ever crouch or sit down. Because tigers are such hardwired ambush predators, if you make yourself look small or submissive in any way, they interpret that weakness as an open invitation to attack. You've got to stand tall, look huge, and keep your confidence up. But here is where things take a huge turn. Remember the shark? How we stared it down to break its confidence? If you try that with a tiger, it is a massive lose-lose situation. Staring directly at a tiger is viewed as a direct challenge or an act of pure aggression. You want to avoid eye contact entirely. So here is the precise timeline for surviving a tiger encounter. Step 1, enter stealth mode immediately so you can figure out your next move before it actually locks onto you. Step 2, if it does see you, absolutely avoid that eye contact. Step 3, back away smoothly and steadily, but never ever turn your back on it. And step 4, your best escape route is to climb a tall, sturdy tree. Unlike leopards, adult tigers are really not great climbers. Oh, and here's a totally crucial tip from our source. Try your absolute hardest not to pee your pants out of fear. Seriously, urine smells strongly, and to a tiger's incredible nose, it's basically saying, hey, come at me, bro. And whatever you do, please avoid this fatal mistake. Do not jump into the water. You might be thinking a river is your safe haven from a giant cat, but unlike most big felines, tigers are amazing swimmers. Taking to the water just strips away your mobility. You're basically trading one terrifying danger for exactly the same danger, except now you're wet, you're slower, and you're out of your element. Which really brings us to the golden rule of this entire explainer, perfectly captured in this quote from the source. Your size and stance could be the difference between life and death. Whether you are facing down a venomous Komodo dragon, a roaring lion, a circling shark, or a stalking tiger, surviving almost always boils down to overcoming your own panic. It is all about controlling your physical presence, managing your body's reactions, and really understanding the unique psychology of the predator standing right in front of you. So, as we wrap up this wild deep dive into apex survival, I want to leave you with this. Are your instincts tuned for survival, or are you just easy prey? The next time you find yourself out in the wild, remember the tactics we've broken down today. Who knows, you might just save your own life. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, you guys. Keep learning, keep adapting, and please stay safe out there.